Hey there, industrialists. Cougar here, checking back in on Rise of Industry, the capitalist tycoon sim from Dapper Penguin Studios. The game is still in early access, but the updates have been coming fast and furious. Some of the latest updates that we've had added mod support and scenarios to the game. Now, there's only one mod available right now. It's the Water Tower mod. That mod is actually going to be incorporated into the base game within one of the next updates. But hopefully more mods will be coming from dedicated modders down the road. We've also got these scenarios that allow you to create a personalized challenge using objectives and constraints. So you can set specific objectives for what you want your player to do. You can limit what buildings are available. You can select events, permanent events that will be in effect throughout the game. You can also tweak all sorts of stuff like how hilly the map is, how much water there is on the map. You can make the tech tree either enabled or disabled, etc., etc. So it's very powerful. And I would like to be playing a scenario with you now just to check them out. But the scenarios that are available, they do tend to limit what you can do in the game by making, you know, like a farming-oriented scenario where no industries are available, that kind of thing. So instead of doing that, let's just go with a base career game. Let's start a new game and see where it takes us. 100% difficulty. Alright, so here's our map. Let's take a look around real quick. We've got a large town down here, Fort Plain. Fort Plain has a grocery store that we could be selling some grocery products to right off the bat. Berkeley is a small town, but very close. Hoquiam, a small town, very close. Here's a larger town, Oak Hill. Oak Hill has a home goods store, but all this home goods stuff, this is all fairly advanced. It's going to take a while to be able to produce any of this stuff, so this may not be a great region to start out in. Now, if we hit Tab to pull up the resource labels, Oak Hill also does not have any resources at all in this region. Whereas Fort Plain has coal and iron ore, which would give us the capability to produce steel later on. It's got some fish off the coast over here on the east, and it's got oil off the coast on the west in the river here. So Fort Plain looks like a good place to get started. Why don't we choose Fort Plain as our new home? We will put down our headquarters building here and start working to supply Fort Plain with what? Their farmers market demands olives, and their grocery store demands olive oil. So why don't we make that our first unlocks on the tech tree? Remember now, on normal difficulty, you get 3 free unlocks from the tech tree right off the bat. So let's start with olives, olive oil, and then soup was also being demanded at the grocery store. So let's unlock vegetables, and with the intention of eventually unlocking the soup. And let's add something else to our list of stuff to be unlocked here. I think we want urban roads right away, and we want to be able to upgrade our fields. If we're going to be building a lot of farm fields, let's start moving down the farm field tech tree as well. Alright, and then with that, we need a place to put down a water siphon. Now, you can use terraforming to kind of, I wouldn't say exploit, but what we're going to do here is we're going to make a trough on which to feed our water siphons. So we're going to make something that is, let's see, 2 by 6 and lower it. Whoops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. 2 by 6 and then lower it so we have water there. Now we put down a water siphon. We put it 3 squares away from the water. Actually, if I put it over here, there's room to put down a second one without encroaching on the town. So, let's see, is there 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, there is. All right, so let's do that. And then a harvester, and a harvester. And then road networks. We can link those up with some road. And then we will need a warehouse nearby. So let's go to logistics, warehouse. Warehouse not too close to the town. How about on line with this road here, but a little farther away? How about there? And then let's build our first farms. We will need an orchard to do some olive oil production. Olives. And olives. And those olives will be too close there. That'll work. Now we just need a road to hook that up. Hook this all up with a road. And that is actually good to go. We can unpause the game and let that start rolling. Once the olives are produced to make olive oil, I think we will need a food factory, which we have unlocked with one of our first free unlocks. We're not quite there just yet. I'm not going to put it down until there are some olives being stored in the warehouse here, because we don't want that thing costing us money while it's just sitting there. We'll speed up the clock here and let things get rockin'. There goes our first water shipments. Off to the water siphon. They're bringing the water to the warehouse. Now the orchard knows that there's water available at the warehouse. They send some trucks over to pick it up, bring the water back to the orchard, and now the orchard is growing olives. Good job. They're going to get some more water now that there's more water available. They'll create a little stockpile here so that they never run completely dry. And let's just wait for the first batch of olives to be done there before we put down our first two industries. I think we can put down two food processing plants. We've got a contract available being offered for olive oil production. Now that sounds great, except we're not there yet. Do we have our first batch of olives? We do. All right, I'm going to pause this. 22 olive oil from two brand new factories. I don't know. That sounds a little bit risky. Well, first thing we need is a road connecting us to the actual town. Do that. And then, should we accept that contract? It's a little risky. We will make we will make $1 million if we complete the contract, but that's a lot of olive oil to deliver to Berkeley. I don't even know where Berkeley is. Where's Berkeley? Oops. Berkeley is... Berkeley's pretty close. Shoot, should we try to do this? Let's try. We're going to accept this contract. We're going to build our first two factories here, two food factories, right next to the warehouse. Actually, let's leave one space for a road if needed. And then another food factory right next door. And then hook them up with a road. We're still paused. Hook them up with a road. Come on. Road, hello. All right, now we can unpause and immediately set as a destination for our food factories. We'll turn the shipping off of auto onto manual, and then choose as a destination the contract, the Berkeley wholesaler. We'll do that for both of our food factories here. Destination, switch to manual, choose destination, contract, Berkeley wholesaler. All right, now we can unpause, and the trucks will go over and grab the olives out of the warehouse and start making olive oil soon, I hope. Oh, they don't have enough olives. Oh, this is not going to work. We did not have enough olives to get them going right away. That is really going to put a crimp in our olive production here, in our olive oil production. There comes another shipment of olives. Now these should start going. All right, this one's going. This one's going. All right, they're both going. They're both going to be shipping their olive oil out, but the clock is ticking on this already. 25 days to make one olive oil. Boy. Or two olive oils. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to complete that contract. We may have just cost ourselves a bunch of money. Not off to a great start here, unfortunately, especially since we haven't unlocked our urban roads yet, which is next, but that's going to slow down our shipments quite a bit. We're going to be able to sell a lot of olive oil to Fort Plain, though, once we get rolling. So why don't we think about putting down another orchard here, or should we get the soup going? Well, we haven't unlocked the soup yet, so we're going to have to hold off on that. Have we? What are we working on? Did we unlock the soup right away? Oh, we did. We do have the soup going. All right, well, let's get that going then. Let's get a crop farm down. Right here next to the other one. And start growing some vegetables. Once that first batch of vegetables comes in, we will put down I think it's a preservation factory. Yes, a preservation factory. Factories, preservation factory, right. That'll make us soup. Sorry, I hit escape there. Is there enough water to go around? Yep, these crops are growing. Are we stockpiling water? We are a little bit. So that means that there's room to grow in terms of how many orchards we have going here. But we also want to be unlocking our crops stuff. Right? Did we... Fields and harvesters. Yeah, that's next. We'll unlock that, and then we'll unlock orchard fields and crop fields after that. I think we could stand to have another olive oil orchard going here. Because if we're producing too many olives, we can always sell the olives in town at the farmer's market. So let's do that. Let's hit X to copy the orchard. We'll put another orchard up here. Actually, maybe not. Let's put the orchard here on this side. Because we don't want to crowd the water production stuff over there. And then roads. R is the hotkey for roads. Link that up. Should be getting some water. So send their trucks out to get water from the warehouse. And then they'll start growing some olives as well. And if we start stockpiling olives at the warehouse, again, we can either sell them raw at the farmer's market in town, or we can build more food factories to do that. Now, it looks like we should have our first batch of vegetables here. We do. So now it's time to build a preservation factory or two. I'm going to... shoot. There is an undo button, but the undo button only works when you're paused. So I did not place that while we were paused, so I can't undo it. I would have liked to have left a space there to run a road through here, but we can run the road through there anyway. Terraforming, let's flatten that little pond there, and then we'll be able to run a road through here. I said run a road through. Why won't you let me build a road? Road. There we go. Let's run a road through here so we don't get that too blocked off. And build another, let's build a second preservation factory here. Like that. And then the road. Come on, roads. There we go. Alright, good. Now we can unpause it. RN dealer. We've finished our farm storage. We've delivered 16 of 22 olive oil, but we're almost out of time. It's going to be tight. There's 18 of 22. Oh, it's going to be close. I don't know if we're going to make it or not. If we have sent 18 over there and miss out on the contract, we've wasted all that olive oil. We've wasted it. We missed the contract, guys. We didn't do it. We just wasted a buttload of money. A lot of money. Now we got to turn these olive oils back to auto distribution, so they'll send their stuff to the warehouse. Wow, that's going to put a big hurt on our initial earnings here, missing out on that contract. I really jumped the gun on that. I should not have done that so quickly. Oh well. But we're creating soup at the preservation factory. We should have some olive oil stored here now, and we have soup stored here already. So let's get that being shipped into town. Tier 1 products, we get olive oil down here at the bottom, sending that to the commercial grocery store in Fort Plain. And now we have soup as a Tier 1 product. We'll be sending that into the grocery store as well. Alright, finally going to be making some money here. We've just been spending and not actually earning anything. That was a really stupid decision to take that contract with no infrastructure in place to actually make it happen. By which I'm really thinking of the urban roads. All right, so we've made a little money already this month. $61,000 here in the lower left-hand corner. Let's upgrade our dirt roads to urban roads now. Keep this all moving a little bit faster. All right, that cost us a little bit, but I think we needed to do it. Are we stockpiling additional olives? We are, only a couple so far. I think it's good to have a little olives stockpiled, so I'm not going to build any additional food factories, and I'm not going to set up a route to distribute them in town just yet. We were making a little bit of bank there for, all right, we made $221,000 last month. That's pretty good for a starting proposition. Sorry, I hit escape thinking it would close the mini budget overview panel, but it didn't. All right, this all seems to be going pretty well. Once we unlock this next tech, the 2 crop fields, we can build more crop fields at our stuff here. Did we already unlock the orchards? If we go to the overview panel, we did. We can add more fields to our orchards here. So let's do that, bring in even more olives. Let us turn out more olive oil. Just click on this orchard, go to the overview panel, click add field. Add these here. Ah, that was not lined up correctly. Oh, we'll do that. It's sloppy. Sorry. I should pause before doing any building so I can make use of the undo button. But for now, I'm happy with our little burgeoning olive oil empire. Me and the Godfather. Did you know that if you hit, let's see, F10, oh wait, that was F11, that was to remove everything for screenshots. That clears the HUD. But if you hit F10, you get this nifty free cam view. Isn't that cool? Lets you zoom all the way down in and watch all this stuff down at ground level. Oops. Isn't that cool? This is our olive oil plantation here. And our food factories. And you can zoom all the way out to see the entire map. That's nice. Yeah, one of the upgrades they did recently was just improving the code for doing this kind of stuff, so you can zoom in and out much more smoothly now. It's nice. All right, F10 again to turn that off. Oops, here we go. And now we're back in the main view. All right, let's check our situation here. Check the warehouse. Are we stockpiling stuff? We're stockpiling olives now, which means that it's time to build more olive oil food factories. So X to copy, rotate it around, put them back to back like this. I could have done, let's just start with one, see how that does. Maybe we put down a 4th one. Run a road out there to hook it up. Okay. I'll send some trucks out to get some olives from the warehouse, bring them back here and start making olive oil. Let's check the demand situation back here in Fort Plain. Are we meeting your demand? They're fully supplied on olive oil. That's good. And they are partially supplied on soup. That's good. Now, I say it's good that they're fully supplied. That puts us in danger of oversupplying them. But we have not stored any additional olive oil here yet. See, it says 0 stored. So we're not risking flooding the market just yet. 2 stored. Once this gets all the way filled, this bar gets filled all the way up, and we've maxed out the storage there, then that really lowers the demand for the olive oil. But I don't think we're at risk of doing that just yet. We've researched 2 more crop fields, and now we are researching nothing, so we got to get in there and research something new. Let's research our coastal harvesters. We can add 2 more coastal harvesters at our water siphon, and then let's think about what we want to be creating next. Now, the grocery store does demand apple smoothies and apples and orange juice. So why don't we think about doing that next? Let's unlock apples and get the apple smoothies unlocked, and then oranges and the orange juice unlocked. And we will be selling some apple smoothies and orange juice in Fort Plain very soon. In the meantime, I can speed time up a little bit and check on our mini budget overview. Made 127,000 last month. That's not chump change. It's pretty good. We'll take it. And we should be making even more now that we've got this food factory down, as long as we don't oversupply them with olive oil. Fully supplied, but still only 2 stored. Alright, I think we're just waiting on tech unlocks now. I'm ready to build an apple plantation, but we're not quite there yet. I'm glad that we're unlocking the coastal harvesters upgrade first, because once we put down another plantation, we'll probably be taxing our water supplies. We're only storing 13 water here at the warehouse now, so we don't have a lot of wiggle room with the water. One additional factory will probably do it. We've unlocked additional fields at the crop farm now. We can add fields here. This will also be taxing our water consumption, but I think we can afford to do it for now, since we're about to unlock our +2 coastal harvesters, which will allow us to put 2 more harvesters down here at the water siphon. If we start having put down 2 more vegetable fields here, if we start stockpiling vegetables at the warehouse, we can build another preservation factory. But I don't think that's going to be... We are stockpiling quite a bit of olives. I think that means we can afford to build another food factory, although I'll tell you, I don't want to flood the market with olive oil. They're also demanding olives at the farmer's market. Why don't we just sell off some of this additional stockpile of olives at the farmer's market for now? So we go to farm produce, choose the olives. As a destination, we'll choose the commercial farmer's market in Fort Plain. That will send a bunch of trucks in to sell the olives there. Once they've sold off the stockpile that's in there, we'll actually shut that line down and continue stockpiling olives, because we want the olives to go to our olive oil producer. We don't want to shortchange our olive oil production just for the sake of selling these. I'm really just trying to clear out some of the overflow. All right, so we've turned that line off now that all our trucks have finished selling their olives. And we've unlocked more coastal harvesters here. So I think I'm going to go ahead, since we're only stockpiling a little bit of water. No, we're not stockpiling any water now. So I'm going to add additional harvesters to our water siphon. Two more will be plenty. Just got to link that up with a road. Now we'll have plenty of water to supply our existing farms. We can even start thinking about building another farm. I would like to build an apple farm as soon as this farm is done. So let's run a road out there in anticipation of being able to do that. All right, great. We have unlocked our apple orchards. Let's go to farms, orchard, put an orchard here. And here, and here, and here. We can even do 2 more. We'll bring in lots of orchards, lots of apples, and then once the apples are going, we'll have unlocked the apple smoothie drinks factory, and we can build a drinks factory. and start selling apple smoothies in town. Influence alert. Not enough influence to build town center Berkeley. I didn't try to build anything in the town center of Berkeley. Ooh, our road is overlapping the town. Ooh, is that bad? Do they care if I have a road here? School's out. That means that kids are out of school. Now's the time for family gatherings. Factory production, minus 25%. That's going to hurt. Fort Plain, are you at all annoyed with me for having a road in your territory? No, that wouldn't make any sense. You have to build roads through their territory. That's just common sense. All right, great. As long as we don't have an actual industry in their territory, we're not pissing them off. All right, so have we turned out any apples yet? Let's check the warehouse. Nope. We have a little small stockpile of olives and a fairly large stockpile of vegetables, which leads me to think that we can put down another preservation factory and make more soup. Yep, there's plenty of to do that, because remember we put down 2 additional fields at the vegetable farm there. So let's put down another preservation, run a urban road out here. We'll be making more soup. I don't think we're anywhere close to... Alright, great. We've unlocked the apple smoothies. That means that we can now put down a drinks factory and start building smoothies. Start creating smoothies. I gotta flatten the terrain out a little bit here. We've got a bit of a pond. It's gonna cramp our style. And now a road. Urban road coming out here. We're down to only $2 million in the bank because we've been building like crazy without making a ton of profit. But to make that profit, we need to spend money. Got to spend money to make money, kids. That's how it works. Let's put down 1 drink factory, and you can hold shift to build more than one. I forgot to do it there, but you can do that. Let's put down 2 drink factories, and they'll be turning out apple smoothies. Hope we have enough water to make this happen here. Alright, we have almost no water stockpiled. We've got lots of olives stockpiled now, which means we could be doing more olive oil. Let's just check the demand for olive oil here. They're fully supplied, but they're not storing any, which I think we're right on the edge of doing overdoing it a little bit too there. We're almost out of money. Could build another food factory to create more olive oil, but we're almost out of money, so I'm not going to. Do we have enough water? No, we're still waiting on water. We're not stockpiling any. Oh, tiny bit. It's going out as fast as it's coming in, though, and we can't put down any more harvesters, which means I think it's time to put down another water siphon. Alright, I think it's worth the expense to put down another water siphon. It's only 125,000. Put these right next to each other, and then put the siphons over here. Let's start with 3. We don't want to overdo it. We can always put down 2 more as needed, but for now... For now, just that. That should be plenty. That should be plenty of water. All right, but we're down to $300,000 in the bank from our initial $10 million. So now we just got to kind of sit back and make sure that we are actually being profitable here. I'm not going to start any new research because research costs money, and I'm a little worried about actually running out of money here. So let's just give it a month before starting our next research. There's nothing we really need to be researching at this point. We can hit Alt to turn on these nifty little icons floating icons. That we've always had these icons over the industries, but now they give you the progress bar, and they're color coded to let you know when stuff's not working correctly. Like this drinks factory does not have enough water or apples to be turning out smoothies. Should have plenty of apples. I know this one factory, this one drinks factory isn't using up all the apples. There's 32 apples here. Why aren't you getting any apples? Are you out of range? No? You're within range. No, maybe we're not. This... I built this drinks factory too far away from the... rats. Too far away from the warehouse. That was stupid. Shoot. Well, what I can do is set one... I can set up 2 distribution lines directly from here. Send one to the warehouse and one to the factory. That was Drinks Factory 2. Yeah, Drinks Factory 2. All right. We just bypass the Drinks Factory on the, the warehouse on that. In fact, I could be sending both of, they don't have to go to the warehouse at all. In fact, we can send both of these to the Drinks Factories directly. All right, now the Drinks Factory has that, but it doesn't have any water. So we're going to have to distribute water directly to there. Shoot. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That Drinks Factory is going to be a big pain in the butt. I think that... Well, alright, what I could do then, in this case, is change this to manual distribution, set one of these to the warehouse, and then set one of them directly to that Drinks Factory. Drinks Factory 2. That's the only way that's going to work, without tearing it down and moving it over closer to the warehouse. Alright, it's just at the outer limit there. If I can expand that, I think there is a tech to expand the there's Fort Plain Town Center is asking for apples. We can accept that. Let's pause this really quickly. Change our apple shipping to go directly into town. We're going to have to pause this. Alright, speed that up. Right, so this is paused, and this is going to the wholesaler. Okay, to complete the contract. This should be pretty easy to complete. It's here in Fort Plain, so we're only sending them here into town. Alright, and this second smoothie factory is working now. We probably have some smoothies stockpiled here in the warehouse that we got to get into town. We do. Set up a distribution into town for... Oh, no, not for apples. For apple smoothies. Oh, go back. Tier 1 smoothies into the commercial grocery store in Fort Plain. There you go. Alright, so here's our little grocery network going pretty well already. Making olive oil, making soup, making smoothies. We can make apple smoothies now. You know what should be our next research unlock? Wow, we must have... Did we complete the contract? No, almost. But we've got a 1.3 million in the bank, so we're definitely profitable at this point, and we're about to finish this contract. No problem there. My next tech unlock is going to be basic distribution, more destination slots at our warehouses. We're not quite at the truck depot point yet. Let's see, and additional... Is there a way to... Yes, plus 5 tiles collection radius. So let's do that. Alright. Then once that's done, we can undo all that complicated shipping we had there. Alright, we completed the contract. I gotta switch these back to manual distribution. Oh, I got both those going to the same factory. Wait a minute. There we go. All right. That's back. So what next, I wonder? Oop, we got... Was that another... Was there an olive contract just offered that I missed? Shoot. It must have come up and down really quickly. Our warehouse is getting a little full. What's going on here? What's clogging us up? We've got way too many olives. Let's just dump a bunch of those at the farmer's market right now just to clear up our inventory. We've got a lot of apples here, too. What are those doing here? Shoot, I can't... Until we unlock these destination slots, I can't ship those olives directly into town yet. What we could do is set one... No, that's not going to work. I was going to say set one of these orchards to send directly into town. Let's check on our... how we're doing on the demand here. It's fully demanded, the olive oil is. Which means we could build another food factory. That'll use up some of those olives. And since we got so many apples stored here, and we're probably doing okay demand-wise on the apple smoothies. Yeah, apple smoothies are fully demanded, so we can build another drinks factory. Why is this drinks factory? They're waiting on water. Yeah, we're just barely keeping up with the water here. Maybe we put down another couple of harvesters. This water storage destination is full is the problem. That's fine. Add harvester. Alright, 2 additional harvesters there to supplement our water production. Still got way too many olives. Oh, and we've unlocked the additional warehouse destinations, so now I can sell off some of these olives. And again, here's the thing. I want to sell some olives, but leave some in the warehouse to go to olive oil. But I'm not really sure how to do that. There's this button down here that allows us to send only a certain amount to be stored at the destination, but I'm not sure how that works in terms of leaving stuff in the warehouse. Is that going to sell as much? Well, it's cleared out a bunch of olives, and it's still going, still going, still going. I don't want to sell all my olives. All right, it's evened out. It's at 18 now, so there's still 18 in there. That's fine. All right, what are we going to do with all these extra apples? I cannot sell. They're not demanding apples raw at the farmer's market, are they? No. Are they demanding apples at any of our nearby towns? How about here at Berkeley? Would you like some apples? No, they don't want my apples. Hugurim, or whatever this is called up here, Hokim? Would you like some apples? They want apples. Apples are fully demanded up in Hokim. How about down here? They want apples too. So Edith and Dave or Hokim will take my apples, my excess apples. So let us see about shipping them to... Who's closer? Edith is. Slightly closer. So we're going to send them there. Send all our excess apples to Edith and Dave. Make a little spare change. Oh, no, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, to get to Edith and Dave, they got to go all the way up around this loop here. It would make more sense if I just extended this road out to intercept this other road. Let's do that. Okay. At least they'll have a shorter trip coming back. 1.6 million in the bank after being down to 300,000 or so. So we are definitely making, oh shoot, but now these guys are out of olives because we're selling off all the olives. See, this is what I want to avoid. I want there to be a way, Alex the Master Penguin at Dapper Penguin Studios, I want there to be a way to sell only some stuff, but not all of it. And maybe that does exist and I'm just not understanding how it's working correctly. Alright, if our apples have made it all the way to Edith and Dave, which it looks like they have, and my trucks are on the way back now, so I can cancel that destination, that route. And now we've eased up the storage crunch in our thingy here. And now we're bringing in too much water. Now we've got 50 water stored. Shoot. So you know what that means. We're maxed out on apples and water at our apple smoothie production, which means we could be producing more. And we've got the money to do it, so let's do that. In fact, let's build 2 more. I think we can handle 2 more. Just need to hook them up with a road. Oh, but again, these are going to be outside of that warehouse range too. Is this one? That one's in range. This one's not. So this is going to need direct shipment from the orchard. I'll be going to Drinks Factory 3. Why do I have 2 Drinks Factory 2s? There shouldn't be 2 Drink Factory 2s here. And we're going to have to send water there too. Directly. Drinks Factory 3. Okay, now that Drinks Factory should be getting water. And it's got plenty of apples, it just needs water. What is this telling me? I'm not sure what this red icon over the Drinks Factory means. Anyone? Anyone? What's that red icon? I don't know what it means. Yeah, all this storage is full, but that's because I'm distributing stuff directly to them instead of sending it to the warehouse. That's fine. Are you also sending stuff to warehouse? You should also be sending stuff to the warehouse. I have to unlock the capability to do that. Shoot. Why aren't you working? What do you need? You need apples. Why aren't you getting any apples? Because there are none going to the warehouse because I turned that off. Oh, I've messed up this drink production over here so badly by having it too far away from the warehouse. Oh, rats. Let's turn off those icons for a second. Jeez. Boy, I really messed this up, didn't I? I have to shut down one of these so that I can send it to the warehouse, because otherwise it's all this other stuff's going to be held up. We'll have to iron that out. I may end up tearing down these drinks factories and moving them closer to the warehouse, because I screwed that up pretty badly there. Shoot. Oh, but you know what? Okay, I'm researching right now +5 tiles collection radius, which is actually going to work. Then I can, once we research that, we can get rid of all this janky stuff that I've had to do here. I don't know, what does that red icon mean? Red icon looks bad, but I don't know what it means. No warehouses in range. Well, that's okay. That's about to be fixed. And we should be getting you everything. Yeah, you've got plenty of everything you need anyway. Oh, but they can't ship it out of here to the warehouse. That's a problem. Well, that problem is about to be solved as soon as this research is done. We've got some events here. We got factory productions plus 25 because of some nice incentives from the town. Road speed is down to minus 50. Dispatch cost plus 50 because of bad road maintenance. And state importing is... State has an overabundance of raw resources. Okay, we finished that research. Now all this stuff... Okay. All this stuff should have been ironed out now. Fine. Now we can switch all of these back to auto distribution, and this should not be an issue anymore. That's already on auto. This can go to auto. That's fine. This is on auto, and this is on auto. Okay, good. Now we just need to get this water off of manual distribution, set that back to water. I mean to auto. Okay, thank goodness. With that fixed, whew, wow, that was good. But with that fixed, why don't we call it an episode here, guys? We've got our burgeoning olive oil empire off to a good start. We are also making soup and apple smoothies. We're selling all this good stuff here at the grocery store in town. And look at this. A clothing store has just opened here in town, which opens up a whole nother avenue of production for us. Now we can start unlocking textile stuff and moving down the textile tree and selling textiles here in town. Great. All of that we will save for the next episode. So far, I think we're off to a pretty good start here, though. We are definitely making money. We're up to $2.5 million in the bank now after being down to about zero at one point. So all this stuff looks to be making money. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the Rise of Industry gameplay. And there will be more industry ahead. Stay profitable, industrialists.